And good evening, and welcome to the Gil Sear Naturatorium at the campus of Wilby High School. Mitch Beck and Dave Thoreau here to bring you this afternoon's swim meet between the Wilby Kaynor Tech WCA Co-op and the Sacred Heart Hearts. Here's the national anthem. Very nice job on the national anthem. And welcome to this DET Sports Media production of Naugatuck Valley League Girls Varsity Swimming between the Wilby Wildcats Co-op and the Sacred Heart Hearts. Our first event today will be the 200 medley relay. In lane 3 for the home Wilby Co-op will be Ashley Thomas, Olivia Cordero, Catherine Thomas, and Kim Cosgrove. For the visiting Hearts under head coach Lindsay Osborne will be Steph Delgado, Jada Graham, Claire Buffy, and Zeta Baba. Girls making their way to their respective starting blocks. Glad to have you along with us today. Head coach for Wilby is Craig Poulter, who you see walking right here, right in front of us. Lindsay Osborne walking to our right now. A new experience for many people here on YouTube and on cable channel in checking this out. And we're glad you're doing that. Always good to expand your sports horizons and take in things. These young ladies work very hard, put in a lot of hours. And it's good when they have people giving them a view. So we're very grateful that you have that chance. Girls are stepping into the various lanes. And they're off. Going to start with the backstroke. We weren't given who was in the far lane. We didn't get that. But currently it is lane 3 that is out in front. Or excuse me, lane 4. They flip and head back the other way with the breaststroke. Lane 4. Lane 5 keeping it close. Lane 3 struggling a bit. And they're getting ready to start. And Long leap under the water. And breaststroking. At the split time was lane 4 way out in front. Lane 4 making the flip. And heading back the other way, has a substantial lead over lane 5. Lane 3 trying to close the gap. Getting ready to go on lane 4. And a quick dive off. And away they go. Almost a full length of the pool difference between lane 4 and lane 5. Turn coming back. Looking for the anchor in lane 4. I believe this is going to be Zeta Baba. It's going to hit the water in any second. Waiting for the tap, and there she goes. She's freestyling. Excellent extension. Strong kick coming from the finisher in lane 5. That would be Kim Cosgrove. Zeta had a little trouble there. Making up the distance in a hurry is lane 5. Slowing down and struggling is Zeta Baba to get there, but she will finish first. And she does get there first with a time of 2:52.65. Lane 5, 2:55.72, and lane 3, 3 minutes, 0.27. Good first race. The 200 medley relay. Coming up next is going to be the 200-meter freestyle race. Jada Cordero will be swimming for Wilby. Jillian Beland will go for Sacred Heart. She'll be in lane 4. Girls are getting loose. And going to get out of the pool in the shallow end. So this will be Julian Beland and Jada Cordero. Cordero in lane 3. And they're off into the pool quickly. Swimming right away is lane 4, which is Julian Beland. Jada Cordero took a long time under the water and found herself a little behind. They flip and coming back the other way now. Julian Beland at nearly the halfway point. She'll flip over and go the other way, and does. Seems to be expanding her lead a bit on Jada Cordero. Has a good 3-second lead as they head into the third leg of the 4 trips back and forth. Seems to be expanding that lead at this point. She flips and will head for home. She's stretching it out. Jada Cordero making a valiant effort to try and get back into this. But Julian Beland will win this going away pretty easily. She's expanding her lead, heading back the other way now. Her split time is almost a full 6 seconds ahead. And it looks to me like it's longer than that at this point. Her flip time now. Coming back, she actually passes her passes Jada Cordero, and will finish almost an entire length of the pool ahead as she comes in and flips over again. Bland passes her again. Seems to be expanding her lead. She makes the flip and turns back. And is nice and smooth. Excellent extension of her arms and a solid kick. And she finishes with a time of 2 minutes 33.83 seconds. A bit off the record here in Waterbury, which is 2 minutes 10.18 seconds. Jada will finish at 2:56.41, and that win goes handily to Julian Bland. Coming up next, we'll have the 200 individual medley. It's where they'll do 4 different strokes on the way back and forth. Jada Graham is a freshman, and she will be swimming that in lane 4 for Sacred Heart. And the individual medley in lane 3 for Wilby will be Sarah Johnson. And they get ready to go again. They're on their marks, and off into the water they go. Pretty even coming out of the water. Going with a butterfly first. Very close. Sarah Johnson now leads. She's got Jada Graham in her rearview mirror, but Graham very, very close. Hardest of all the different strokes to do in swimming is the breaststroke. Requires the most amount of strength and endurance. They go to the backstroke, and it is really hard to tell right now. Actually, in lane 4, Jada Graham pulls a little bit of a lead, probably maybe a second or two. She turned a little bit early and flipped. They're going with the backstroke the other way. Jada seems to have stretched out quite a distance, probably a good body length and a half. She's coming smoothly, reaches, turns, and comes back the other way now. They're going to go with the breaststroke. Excellent push off in lane 3 from Sarah Johnson, but going with a good amount of steam forward is Jada Graham. Heading back the other way now. Lead seems to be increasing. Jada pulling ahead. Her teammates encouraging her to finish strong. And she has one more to go. Should be freestyle here. Excellent leg kick. Strong extension. She's got a 5-second lead on the clock. Looks to be a lot more than that right now. She goes for the flip and does. Comes back now. Has a solid finish for Jada Graham. She'll win this one pretty easily as she heads in and times out at 2 minutes, 48.94 seconds for the win. for Sacred Heart. Finishing up now is Sarah Johnson, who clocks in at 3 minutes, 1.77 seconds. Good for second place. Coming up next is a lot of fun to watch. It's the 50 freestyle. That's just plain flat out of a sprint. And Zeta Baba will be in lane 6. Claire Buffy will be in lane 2 for Sacred Heart. Sarah Griffith is a junior. She'll be in lane 4. And Amani Souls is a freshman. She'll be in an open lane, and we don't know which one it is yet. And they're getting them right up there now. In lane 2 is Kathleen Lambeau. Lane 1 is Kim Cosgrove for Wilby. And they're off again. And coming out in the lead early is lane 4. Lane 5 coming in close. A lot of activity, a big important flip there. Lane 4 and lane 5 fairly close. They'll come in 1-2 here. Looks like lane 2 will finish second in this sprint. Looks like Julian Bland wins it. Lane 5 comes in second, and lane 2 comes in third. I believe that was a Sacred Heart 1-2-3 finish. And we're all done. Julian Bland wins that with 29.81 seconds. The 100-meter butterfly is the next event. That will be Jada Graham, who did so well in the 200 individual medley. She will be taking off in lane 4 for the 100-meter butterfly. Lane 3 will be Sarah Johnson. They will match up again. They did the medley together. Got to give these girls a lot of credit. This is very physically demanding. If you've never been a swimmer, I did in high school, nearly drowned. So I know how hard it is these girls work. And the fact that we're having little to no break in between events is you got to give them extra credit for being in the proper cardiovascular shape to handle it. It's not exactly like they have 25 people per team and, logging people in and out. It's the same girls going back and forth and back and forth. We are here at the Gil Sear Naturatorium at Wilby High School. It's Mitch Beck, Dave Thoreau giving you all the sights and sounds. And it is the DET Sports Media production of the Naugatuck Valley League Girls Varsity Swim Meet between the Wilby Wildcats Co-op, which includes Kaynor Tech and WCA, and the Sacred Heart Hearts. Great to have you with us on a Friday. Little snowy outside, toasty warm here poolside. Girls getting ready, having a little break. Ordinarily, in most situations, this would be where you'd have the diving competition. But since there are no dives, we will just do swimming. Hundred-meter butterfly is a very grueling, hard race to do. That's the one I almost drowned doing. I had borrowed a friend's goggles and was on the starting block and leaned over to do it just as the bell went off, and it snapped and hit me in the throat. And I hit the water while I was inhaling from the thing in my throat, went right to the bottom of the pool. Only time my parents ever came to see me swim, I almost drowned. So the girls are getting loose, getting ready to go. And we will have the Waterbury race here momentarily. Give these girls excellent amounts of credit because they deserve it. It's nice to be able to take some time and, there's the traditional sports that everybody watches on a regular basis. You've got your football, baseball, basketball, and so on, hockey. But to be able to shine the light on these girls who work so hard and give so much effort to let you guys see them and see how hard they are trying is very rewarding from a broadcasting standpoint. But it's also rewarding to give these girls some exposure. We will be doing more volleyball here for DET Sports Media. You'll see some high school volleyball. Those girls also don't get the kind of publicity that perhaps they should. So stick around watching for that. Hope you're staying well and staying healthy. If you're not, you're sitting and watching this as you're recuperating. We're just glad you could be here and hope for a quick recovery for you. We should be starting momentarily. Once again, this will be the 100-meter butterfly. In lane 3 will be Sarah Johnson. And in lane number 4 will be Jada Graham. Will be Coach Craig Poulter in the spirit of Halloween. Plethora of jokes I could go for, but I won't, out of respect for my buddy Dave. Again, it'll be Jada Graham going in the 100-meter butterfly in lane 4. She's a freshman for Sacred Heart. And Sarah Johnson is going to go in lane 3. Sarah is a sophomore. Sarah's at the starting block. Jada Graham makes her way over. She will be in lane 4. Graham and Johnson going back to back. They took it to each other the first time around. This is the butterfly. They get ready to go, and off they go. Coming off the blocks, it's Jada Graham taking an early lead. And now Sarah Johnson works her way back in. It's very close. Johnson gets there first, followed by Graham, who's working her way back the other way. But Johnson now has a little bit of a lead. Graham fighting her way back in. This one is darn close. It's really in terms of rhythm. And they make the halfway mark. And I'd say that's about as dead even as you're going to get right now. Like a second and a half apart. But Jada Graham seems to be pulling away now. She hits the three-quarter mark and heads back with probably a 2-second or 3-second lead and seems to be expanding on it. Extremely physically demanding is the butterfly stroke. And she looks like she will finish, and does, finishes first with a time of 1 minute 24.57 seconds. Johnson comes in at 1 minute 32.82 seconds. So far, Sacred Heart has had a very commanding performance. I think they've won everything so far. So we will go on to the next event, which is the 100-meter freestyle. In the 100-meter freestyle, in lane 3 is Olivia Cordero for the home Wildcats, and in lane 2 is Ashley Thomas. In the 100 freestyle, we have Zeta Baba. She is in lane 2. Actually, she's in lane 5. They've got the lane assignments wrong. And that's Claire Buffy. The junior is also out there. Rylan Anderson, a freshman, is in lane 4. And they're off. Here in lane 6, we have the lead right now. That would be Lexi White. She takes the turn and heads back. It's looking like lane 6, lane 4. And in a battle for third, we have lane 2 and lane 3. Lane 3 seems to be pulling away. They flip at the halfway mark and head back the other way. Lane 6 and lane 4, very tight race. Looks like we've got a lane 4 now, lane 6 and lane 3. Lane 4 pulling away. That would be Rylan Anderson with an easy win. Lane 6 is in second, 4 seconds behind. Followed by lane 3, 8 seconds, almost 9 seconds behind. Winning time was 1 minute 20.76 seconds. Second place, 1 minute 24.12 seconds. Number 3, well, finishing third, 1 minute 28.58 seconds. In fourth place, lane 2, 1 minute 36.17 seconds. And finishing fifth is lane 5, 1 minute 53.85 seconds. Excellent race. We should have the 500 freestyle coming up. Probably the most demanding race we'll see here today. That will be raced by Stephanie Delgado, who's a junior. She will be in lane 4 for Sacred Heart. And in lane 3, it'll be Jada Cordero for the home Wildcat Co-op. This is a physically demanding race. So it looks like we have another. We have a third person out there who I wasn't told. I just have Jada Cordero, who's in lane 3. And Stephanie Delgado, who's in lane 4. They did not tell me who is in lane 5. They're saying Maggie is in first place. That would be Maggie Belmore. She is a senior. That's who's in lane 5. It's now a battle for first place. And they go with the flip. It's Stephanie Delgado and Maggie Bellamore, 1-2. In third is Jada Cordero, well behind the other two. This is truly a marathon race. The record for this here in this pool is 5 minutes 55.37 seconds, set in 2001. And we're a minute 20 into it. Girls from Sacred Heart are 1-2, staying fairly close. You're watching Coach Lindsay Osborne from Sacred Heart, walking the length of the pool, encouraging her swimmers. Jada Cordero is well off the pace. Maggie Bellamore is a senior. Stephanie Delgado is a junior. Bellamore pulling ahead, flip turn ahead. Has about a full second lead. Split time was 44.81 versus 45.85, and Cordero was 48.55. And they flip again. Maggie Bellamore still ahead of Stephanie Delgado. Stretching her lead just a tad. Lap was 0.4611 versus 0.4627. Versus 0.4986 for Jada Cordero. They claim it was only 3 seconds behind according to the clock, but it certainly looked longer than that. The gap between the first two and the third place position is quite extensive. Bellamore seems to be expanding her lead. She flips with a time of 46.52 versus 46.79. Cordero coming in. She got the final few feet before she makes her turn. She goes in at 50.29. Belmare is very close with Stephanie Delgado. Belmore using her experience to give herself a little bit of time in the all-important flip. She gets a good push off. Time was 47.39 versus 46.81. Versus 49.59. Couple more laps to go on this very grueling 500-meter freestyle race. Maggie Bellamore smooth and rhythmic as she makes her turn. Time was 47.19. In lane 4 was 47.92 for Stephanie Delgado. Jada Cordero well off the pace. Almost a full pool length behind. Belmore pushing it. Seems to be expanding her lead on the young junior, Stephanie Delgado. Now almost a full body length apart. She makes the flip and turns. 47.64 versus 48.18 at the split. Seems to be pulling away is Bellemare. Makes the flip and is coming back down the stretch. Bellemare is going to win this endurance race. Delgado gave it a valiant shot for about 400 of it. And Bellemare makes the flip. Delgado makes the flip. And Bellemare is pulling away from Delgado. Final lap. Delgado makes the flip. Bellemare pulling away, probably a 3-4 length lead at this point. She will win this race and does so brilliantly. Delgado will finish second. And Jada Cordero valiantly finishing. She's got the length of the pool to go back now. No quitting this young lady. Still kicking and still pulling. And she will finish with a time of 8 minutes, 4 seconds, and 49 hundredths of a second. Finishes a full 34 seconds off the winning time of Maggie Bellemare. Coming up next will be the 200 free medley. I have the two. Oh, this is a relay. And I did not get who's competing in this. If it's the same group as the first, which I believe it is, it would be Steph Delgado, Jada Graham, Claire Buffy, and Zeta Baba. In lane 3 be Kathleen Lambeau, Kim Cosgrove, Jada Cordero, who just raced, so I doubt it. She's going to go back-to-back. That would be pretty valiant. And Sarah Johnson. Taking an early lead is lane 4, which is Sacred Heart. Ashley Thomas valiantly pushing herself, trying to keep it close. Things are very close as they come for the touch. I think Sacred Heart got there just a little sooner. And that's Jada Graham. She's opened up a significant lead. She makes the flip. And really uses that push off the back wall real strong and probably has a 3 or 4 length lead now. Maybe a little longer. She tags in. That should be Claire Buffy. And it's almost half a length of the pool difference at this point. This Sacred Heart team, very solid. Lane 5 is about to get lapped. And is lapped. This should be Zeta Baba in lane 4. I think actually it's Zeta Baba in lane 5. I think she's on that other team. I'm not quite sure who that is now in lane 4. But they do win, which that is the Sacred Heart team. Wilby finishes second in lane 3. And the second team from Sacred Heart is still in the water. They will go for their last lap. Winning time was 2 minutes, 11.33 seconds. Second place, 2 minutes, 26.12 seconds. This young lady in the pool really is moving real strongly. And they finish at 2 minutes, 26.12 seconds. Up next will be the 100-meter backstroke. That'll be Julian Beland in lane 6 for Sacred Heart. Claire Buffy will be in lane 2. Sarah Griffith, who's a junior, she'll be in lane 4. For Wilby, on the backstroke, 100 backstroke, will be Ashley Thomas. So we'll have 5 of them in the water. Julian Beland will be right in front of us in lane 6. Sarah Griffith will be in lane 4. And I said that Griffith was in lane 4. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 6. And Claire Buffy will be in lane 2. At the flip, it is lane 4. Which is Sarah Griffith. Seems to be flipping. Sarah Griffith in lane 4, pulling away. Lane 5 seems to be in second place. Lane 6 would be in third. Sarah Griffith is just flying past everybody. Has probably 2 or 3 body length lead. And she will take the gold. Lane 5 will take the silver. And lane 6 with the bronze. First, second, third. Winning time was 1 minute, 7.41 seconds. Second place, 1 minute, 14.73 seconds. And third place in lane 6, 1 minute, 0.2103 seconds in the 100-meter backstroke. Minute 6 is actually the record. So that was very close to a pool record. Final time for fourth is 1 minute, 47.71 seconds. And in lane 3 was 1 minute, 52.76 seconds for fifth place. Coming up next will be the 100-meter breaststroke for Wilby. They will be in lane 2 and lane 3. Olivia Cordero will be in lane 2. Catherine Lambo will be in lane 3. Julian Beland will do the 100-meter breaststroke will be Maggie Bellamar in lane 4. And Rylan Anderson, who's a freshman, will be in lane 2. And they're off the push. Pretty even between lane 3 and lane 4. Catherine Lambeau leads as they head into the first flip. They just touch up, flip over. And this could be the first win of the day for Wilby. Catherine Lambeau has a considerable lead at this point. Maggie Bellamar in lane 4 is in second. Lambeau pulling well away. Maggie Bellaland trying to close the gap as they come up to the 3/4 mark. Catherine Lambeau well ahead, probably has a 3 or 4 body length lead, and heads for the final stretch. Excellent form from the young lady. Using that frog kick as well as you can use it. Getting a lot of push. She will win this one pretty easily. And she touches in with a time of 1 minute, 27.68 seconds. Maggie Bellamar will finish second. Distant second at that, but a good job. She finishes 1 minute, 42.74 seconds. And in third place, lane 5, 1 minute, 48.67 seconds. Excellent performance from Kathleen Lambeau, who got the only win so far today for Wilby. Coming up is the final event of the meet, the 400-meter free medley, a free relay, excuse me. For Wilby, it'll be Jada Cordero, Ashley Thomas, Kim Cosgrove, and Sarah Johnson. They will be in lane 3. In lane 4, I believe, if it's the medley, it's going to be Steph Cordero, Jada Graham, Claire Buffy, and Zeta Baba with the final event. So glad you could join us here at the Gil Sear Natatorium at Wilby High School for this DET Sports Media presentation of Naugatuck Valley League Girls Varsity Swim Meet between the Wilby Wildcats Co-op, including Kaynor Tech and WCA, and the Sacred Heart Hearts. Mitch Beck and Dave Thoreau bringing this to you today. Again, we're so glad you could join us as we're about to get underway in the final event, the 400-meter free relay. Wilby will be in lane 3. Lane 4 is Sacred Heart, and they're off. This is a relay race. Sacred Heart pulling out a lead early. Probably about a 2-second lead at this point. You're watching Coach Lindsay Osborne walking up and down the length of the pool, encouraging her girls. Delgado seems to be pulling out further in front. Another flip, and rushing on the way back. And we're about to get the flip, and we do. almost a full length of the pool difference at this moment. Sacred Heart has got at least a length of the pool difference. Girls are very excited, rooting for one another. They make the flip, does Sacred Heart. Their time at split is 38.86 seconds. Wilby well behind. And making the flip. That should be Claire Buffy. And about to make the next touch, and does, with a split time of 43.75 seconds. Pretty close right now at this point to almost lapping them. Within a few lengths of lapping Wilby is Sacred Heart. But give the girls from Wilby credit. They're trying real hard. Split time of almost 20 seconds apart. Sacred Heart just about ready. They've almost passed them. She probably will. She's coming close and does. Sacred Heart laps Wilby. Now heading into the final competitor. Well in front is Sacred Heart. That's Sarah Griffith in the pool for Sacred Heart. This young lady can move. Good solid kick, excellent extension. And she makes the flip. And the final Wilby swimmer is now in the water. And Sacred Heart finishes with a time of 4 minutes, 53.55 seconds. In a gesture of good sportsmanship, all the girls rooting for Wilby to finish strong. She's got another lap to go. Good performance from Sacred Heart from top to bottom, with the exception of the one win from Kathleen Lambeau, a clean sweep all the way across for Sacred Heart. Pool record was 4 minutes, 16.98 seconds. Sacred Heart comes in with 4 minutes, 53.55 seconds. And Wilby now finishes their time and gets it done. So congratulations to both teams on an excellent effort today. Winning the meet today would be Sacred Heart Hearts, and Wilby will get back in the pool this week and get to work on getting better, as all teams do. So for Dave Thoreau, this is Mitch Beck saying thank you for joining us at the Gil Sear Natatorium at Wilby High School for this DET Sports Media production of Naugatuck Valley League Girls Varsity Swimming. Have a good evening.